So, you hate Retopology, I hate Retopology. Every 3D artist on the planet has been asking an AI company to try and tackle the issue of Retopology since the dawn of time. And today, I am happy to say that we finally have a sponsor that has decided to try their best to tackle the issue for us once and for all. 4 months ago, Tripo asked my community to stress test their software and provide feedback. So we live streamed an event where me and 27 of the best 3D artists and game developers in our community got together and we basically tested the hell out of their software. And we actually broke it. And it was a lot of fun. And we gave them a big long list of things that they needed to improve before it became usable for professional 3D artists. And 4 months later, last week, Tripo reached out again and invited me to the GDC to try out their new and improved software. And they told me that our community really opened their eyes to what artists really want and need. So we spent the last 4 months making our engineers specifically try to improve topology and retopology. And we want you to try use it again. And I'll just let the results speak for themselves. Tripo always did pretty decent when it came to simple things like armor, shields, stuff like that. But when you try to do characters, this is what it looked like 4 months ago. But now it looks like this. Man, I gotta hand it to the Tripo team. When my community was pushing their software beyond its limits, they didn't make any excuses. They just took the feedback like a champ, got to work, and came back with improvements. And to see them actually listen to the feedback, I can't remember the last time any 3D company did that for us. So I wanted to say thank you to the Tripo team for taking our feedback seriously. So here's what they did. They realized there are two types of people. The first is the kind of people that like to use 3D to print out cool figures, and the second type is people who like to use 3D for development and animation. And the topology that you want for each of those are very different. So now they have two different modes. The first is the traditional HD for 3D printing, which tries to generate everything together into a single mesh and see that all the details are modeled in and connected. And a new smart mesh mode which tries to clean the topology by separating everything into smaller pieces. All of the rivets and details, they get separate meshes, allowing the topology to be a lot cleaner. The other thing they've added to both modes is the ability to automatically generate reference images of what your image would look like from every angle. It takes a few minutes to load, but once you got it, it will drastically increase the quality of the results. And finally, in both modes, you can now set the target number of polygons that you want to aim for and watch it work in real time. And look at that. Sure, it's triangulated, but if we just drag it into Blender and select all the faces and press Alt-J, then, geez, this topology is not half bad. This is so workable now. And I do have advice on how to make it better, but I'll save that to the end of the video because I haven't even started talking about some of the other cool features they've added. Like, when you get a shitty model from an online shop that clearly did not have its topology done, and you spend hours of your day manually fixing it? Well, Tripo just added a new auto retopology feature. It's $11 a month, and it's still rough, but even in its current state, you can upload your own 3D model, tell it the target poly count, turn on smart low poly, and within about 5 to 10 minutes, you go from 133,000 polygons to 2,000. This is wild. And it's funny because when Tripo told me about this feature, they said it like it was just some, extra thing they added last minute. But I don't think they realize, of all the things that 3D artists really wanted, this is it. We wanted to be able to take our own assets with shitty topology, press a button, and then get something usable that we can fix up. Now, there are limitations. All of the general retopology tweaks that normally apply to other software like Maya and ZBrush and Blender also apply to Tripo, so it works best when you're doing one part of a mesh at a time. If you start doing multiple things together, the quality of the topology will start to go down. 2, you have to upload your mesh as an OBJ file. The mesh cannot be over 100,500,000 polygons, and the file cannot be bigger than 100 megabytes. Also, it does not know what to do with flat-sided geometry. So if you need to retopo something like this shirt, you gotta make sure that before you upload it, just take it to Blender, select all the faces, press Alt-E to extrude along the normals, give it some depth, and now when you export it and try to retopologize it, it will have a much better idea of what to do. Now, is it perfect? No. But you have to remember that this is a $2,000 feature in Maya. This is a $50 a month feature in ZBrush, or a one-time purchase of $110 in Blender. But this is Tripo's first attempt at giving us auto retopology after 4 months of grinding. Just imagine how much cleaner and easier it's going to be. We might actually have affordable, high-quality retopology before the end of the year, which is crazy if you think about it. Alright, so if you made it this far, I'd like to compare the results Tripo generates with some handmade traditional game-ready assets that I've created over the years. So specifically as a game designer, you have to understand that typically our main objective is to keep the poly count low, simple, and organized. And we let the textures do most of the heavy lifting. So for example, what do you think this walkie-talkie really looks like under the hood? There's buttons everywhere, there's little indentions, there's a lot going on, right? But in reality, the topology just looks like this. It's simple. All the buttons are fake. All the details are fake. They are just textured after the fact. Here's another character that I worked on for a game. What do you think these gloves look like under the hood? How much of the details, like the seams of the gloves, the bumps on the leather, the armor on the knuckles, how much of those do you think are actually modeled in underneath? Again, it's all fake. The topology only includes the shape of the hand, and we fake everything else with textures. That's really our trick for almost everything. That's how you go from something with bare bones simple topology like this and turn it into this. So if I was going to give advice to the Tripo team on how they could improve the Smart Mesh feature, the rule that most of us game developers tend to follow is if the details would not break the silhouette of the shape from far, they don't get modeled in, they are textured in. So all the folds in the clothing, all the ornamental designs and the rivets and the screws and the bolts are textures. Even things like the belt buckles, they're not really there. They're just transparent textures. Lastly, and this is my personal message to Tripo, I just wanted to say thank you for taking the feedback from my community so seriously. It's looking so much better now, and I highly encourage you guys to continue to ask your engineers to improve the auto retopology so that 3D artists like myself can just upload our own models and then get some nice clean quads out from the Smart Mesh feature. Even if that was the only thing you guys accomplished this year, then you guys might actually become the #1 go-to solution for fast and easy retopology for 3D artists around the world. Feel free to reach out to me and my community if you ever want some more advice or feedback, but in the meanwhile, good luck with improving the software. And if anyone wants to try the latest version of Tripo Studio today, I'll leave a promo link to it in the pinned comment. Signing up is free, and they give you free credits every month to use on whatever you want. Regardless, hope that helps, and as always, hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll see you around.